Yeah, good morning all. Myself Rajapriyan, your assistant professor and exam coordinator in School of American Studies. Is it audible? Please respond. And today we are going to discuss about the general aptitude. Okay. So this is one of the part of the questions that you are going to get in the actual IMU entrance exam while you are taking the exams. Okay. So here there are some few questions that we will discuss. So based on that, you please yourself have to prepare based on the questions what we are discussing. Because we may not get the same questions as like that. Maybe there will be some model questions we are going to discuss now. Okay. I need some interactive between among ourselves. Is it okay now? Student, Thirukumaran, Tarun, please respond. Unmute yourself and talk. Good morning, Gopinath sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. I'm just putting two more students, sir. They already will be joining.
No problem,
Thank
no
you.
problem,
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So we'll start the questions discussion first. So this is the first question. In the general aptitude, you may get questions something like communication skills or even some puzzles and etc. etc. So this is the first question that was what we are going to discuss. Choose a word that is closest in meaning to the diligent. The options are careless, hardworking, lazy, uncertain. Can anyone able to answer for this question? What is the closest meaning to diligent? Yes, of course. The answer is hardworking. Okay. So diligent means careful, sincere, and persistent in work. So therefore, the hard work is the closest synonym. You may get the questions like this in the real actual IMUCET exams. Okay. So again, I'm repeating the questions. Question number 1. Choose the word that is closest in meaning to diligent. So the answer is the closest in meaning is hardworking. Now, can move on to the next question. Choose a word that is opposite in meaning to the scarce. Rare, limited, abundant, few. Any answer for this? So the answer, what is this? Is abundant. So this means its availability in very small quantity, whereas in case of opposite, the abundant is, it's a plentiful. So it is like an antonym and synonym. Antonym is nothing but opposite. Synonyms is nothing but the meaning. So this is the difference between antonym and synonym. Third question, the captain, fill in the blank. The captain was praised dash his leadership during the emergency. The captain was praised his leadership during the emergency. Praised for what? For or with or at or by. The answer is for. So the correct collocation is praised for. The captain was praised for his leadership is grammatically and idiomatically correct. Now, next question. Identify the correctly spelled words. Accommodation, accommodation. See, these are all the same pronouns, but there are different spellings. So for the accommodation, it's a place where we can live or something, which is the correct word. Anyone able to answer the question? Choose the correct answer for this. The answer is option C, accommodation. The correct spelling is accommodation. It has double C and double M. So this is the correct word. But when you pronounce this, all looks like a same. But the correct word is, it has having two C's as well as two M's. Next question, choose the correct sentence. each of the students have submitted their form. This is option A. Each of the students has submitted in or her form. Option B. Each of the students have submitted this form, and this option C, and the last option is each of the student has submitted their forms. So here, the correct answer is, can anyone able to answer this correct answer? Yes, Simpson. The answer is option B. Each of the student has submitted his or her form. So each is nothing but it is singular. So it must be take a singular verb has. Option B maintains proper subject-word agreement and is the most accurate form for exam grammar. Then we are going to the next sixth question. Choose the one-word substitution for a person who speaks many languages. So what is the meaning? What is the one-word substitution? A person who speaks many languages. Linguist, polyglot, orator, scholar. So can anyone able to answer? The answer is polyglot. It is a person who speaks several languages. So this is a one-word substitution which is expected in this kind of questions. Also, you may get even in your actual entrance examination. So the polyglot is a person who speaks several languages. Next question, find the odd one out. So odd one out means there are certain 4 options are there. In that option, which is not suitable for other options. Compass, radar, sextant, thermometer. So can you guess what is the answer? Compass, radar, sextant, thermometer. So the answer is thermometer, because it is compass, radar, and sextant. These are all the word which is related to navigation part. Whereas the thermometer, which is used to measure the temperature. So this does not belongs to the same functional group. So odd one out is nothing but with all the 4 options, which is not related with the other 3. So this is called as odd one out. So this particular thing we can call it as what? Odd one out. Compass, radar, sextant. So all these three things are comes under the part of navigation, or maybe we can call it as a marine field. The thermometer is just which is useful to measuring the temperature. Next, if book is coded at CPPL, then quote is coded as. If a book is coded as CPPL, then quote is coded as. The option A, DPBU, option B, DPAT, DPBU, DPAU. So if this kind of questions are asking, we may able to answer very properly. BOOK is coded as CPPL. So what is the option? The code is coded as. Now let's see the solution for that. DPBU. Suppose, see, in book, it is mentioned as CPPL. Each letter moves one step forward alphabetically. Each letter moves one step forward automatically. So to apply the same rule to the quote, which gives C, the next letter is D, O, the next letter is P, A, the next letter is B, T, the next letter is U. So again I'm repeating the same. If book is coded as CPPL, then quote is coded as. So book B. Okay. The next for the B, the next alphabet letter is C. O. The next alphabet letter is P. Another O, same P. K, L. So likewise, COAT. C next is what? D. O is B. A is B. T is U. So the answer is D, P, B, U. So this is the correct answer. Okay, next. This is the question number 9. Choose the most suitable title for a passage about ocean pollution, marine life loss, and conservation efforts. Choose the most suitable title. Okay, choose the most suitable title for a passage about ocean pollution, marine life loss, and conservation efforts. So, what is the title? Can anyone guess what is the title for this? See, all the three things which are talks about what? Which like a pollution, ocean pollution, marine life loss, maybe because of some pollution and conservation efforts. So all these things we just call comes under the common name like pollution. Okay. So the best answer is treats to marine ecosystem. Treats to marine ecosystem. A suitable title reflects the central theme of the passage. Since see, it is focus is on pollution, marine loss, and conservation. So therefore, the best title is treat to marine ecosystem is the best title. Next question. Choose a corrective passive form. The officer inspected the vessel. It's a corrective passive form. Option A. The vessel inspected the officer. The vessel was inspected by the officer. The vessel is inspected by the officer. The vessel as inspected by the officer. Okay, so this kind of questions also you may get something in the general aptitude to test your level, like maybe something from communication skill or a part of English grammar, etc. So can you guess what is the correct answer for the passive form? Option B. The vessel was inspected by the officer. Already the vessel was inspected. It is a past. It is a past. So the original sentence is in the simple past tense. So therefore in passive voice, simple past becomes either it may be the was or were plus past participant. Was or were. So where we can use was or where we can use were. If it is a vessel, it is a single. So that we can call it as a was. If it is where means maybe more than one vessel, then we can call it as what? Where. Okay. So the original sentence is in simple past tense. So therefore, in the passive voice, simple past becomes was or were plus past participle. Hence, the vessel was inspected by the officer. Officer is the correct one. Next, question number 11. Choose the correct indirect speech. He said, I am ready for duty. So what is this actually? Indirect speech. He said that I am ready for duty. He said that he was ready for duty. He said that he is ready for duty. And he told he was ready for duty. So the correct option is, he said that he was ready for the duty. So what is the difference between direct and indirect speech? Direct speech to directly talking. Indirect means somebody will talk what they have told or what they have said. Okay. So in reported speech, the pronoun change I to he, and the present tense am changed to past was when reported in the past. So the option is the option B is the correct one. He said he was ready for the duty. Next question. Choose the word that best completes the sentence. The cadet reclined calm dash the storm despite, because, therefore, useless. Despite, because, therefore, useless. So the answer is despite. So despite means what? The carrot remained calm despite the storm. Despite, because no, it's not coming in properly. Therefore, it's not at all even matched with that unless, no. So despite. Okay. Next question. Which word is most similar meaning to absolute? Absolute. Modern, outdated, useful, essential. Can anyone give the answer for this? The answer is outdated. So outdated means which is already exist. Okay. So the correct answer is outdated. Absolute means no longer in use or old fashioned. So therefore outdated is the best synonym. It's the best meaning for the word which is called as obsolete. Next. This is another interesting question. Arrange the words in dictionary order. Marine, mariner, maritime, margin. What it may be the dictionary order, which maybe comes like the alphabets. Okay, alphabets. Like for an example, how you in your school, okay, how your names will be available presented in the attendance book. It will be come in the alphabetical order, starting from A to the last alphabet of Z, or maybe whatever it may be in the case. So here, arrange the words in the dictionary order: marine, mariner, maritime, margin. Can you guess the correct answer? Either option A or option B or option C or option D. It takes some time to guess. See, the answer is 4, 1, 2, 3. In dictionary order, compare letters one by one. Margin comes before marine, marine before mariner, and mariner before maritime. So the correct order is 4, 1, 2, 3. Next. If all ships are vessels and some vessels are tankers. If all ships are vessels and some vessels are tankers. So which conclusion is definitely true? All vessels are ships, some ships are tankers, all ships are vessels, all tankers are ships. So you have to, this kind of questions, you have to read 1 or 2 times thoroughly what is perfectly or what is properly given in the word sentence. Okay. If all ships are vessels and some vessels are tankers. So the options are all vessels are ships, some ships are tankers, all ships are vessels, all tankers are ships. So the best answer is all ships are vessels. Why it is called as all ships are vessels? Tankers is also what? Vessels, everything. Only the statement directly guaranteed the first premises is certain. All ships are vessels. All ships are vessels. Okay. If all the ships are vessels and some vessels are tanks, yes, everything is called as a vessel only. Next question. Choose a correctly punctuated sentence. Yes, we are ready to sail. Option B. Yes, comma, we are ready to sail. Option C. Yes, we, comma, are ready to sail. Option D. Yes, comma, we are ready to sail. So, which is the correct answer? This is punctuated sentence. Yes, we are ready to sail. The option B is the correct one because punctuated in the option A, there is nothing called punctuated sentences. Whereas here in option C, yes, we. So it is not proper. We are ready to sail. So yes, we cannot have the comma. So in the option D, we will have semicolon. So that is also not the correct punctuated sentences. So the correct answer is yes, we are ready to sail. Yes, comma, we are ready to sail. Next, which of the following is a strong password practice? Which of the following is a strong password practice? Using your name and birth year, using the same password everywhere, using a same password everywhere, using a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols, sharing your password with teammates. So, which of the following is a strong password practice? The correct option is using a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols, because a strong password should have, even when you are trying to open any account or anything, it will be asked something like give the mixing of letters, numbers, symbols, etc., etc. So this is a strong password that others cannot identify or others cannot able to guess. So a mixing of letters, numbers, and symbols is the best practice, and it is very important in modern maritime cyber awareness too. Question number 18. Choose the best summary sentence. Training improves awareness, confidence, and decision making during emergencies. Again, I am repeating. Training improves awareness, confidence, and decision making during emergency. So choose the best summary sentence. Training is unnecessary in emergencies. Training strengthens emergency preparedness. Emergencies reduce confidence. Awareness is most important in decision making. Okay, so choose the best summary sentences. So this is one word. This is one sentence is given. Training, of course, training improves awareness as well as confidence. At the same time, as well as decision making during emergencies. So the correct answer is training strengthen emergency preparedness. Why? Because see, training is unnecessary in emergencies. It is wrong. It's a wrong sentence. Okay. Emergencies reduce confidence. No. Awareness is the most important in decision making. No. So training strengthens emergency preparedness. Training strengthens emergency preparedness. Next. Choose the correct form. Neither the captain nor the engineers dash available. Neither the captain nor the engineers dash available. The answer is where. Why we are calling it as a where? Neither nor. The verb usually agrees with the subject closest to it. Since engineers is plural, the correct verb is since engineers is plural, this engineer is it is a single, not a singular one, it's a plural. So where available. If it is engineer, if it is only the engineer, then we may call it as was available. Now, which statement is an example for interference? The report says the engine failed at 10 p.m. The weather was cloudy. The deck is wet, so it probably rained recently. The vessel left the port at noon. Which statement is an example for interference? The answer is first. What do you mean by the interference? It is a logical conclusion drawn from evidence. Any evidence made, it is a conclusion. The interference is nothing. It is a logical conclusion drawn from the evidence. So a wet deck suggests that it is probably rained, even if that fact is not directly stated. So the correct answer is the deck is wet, so it's probably rained recently. Maybe because of the reason it is rained recently. Otherwise, some other reasons also is there. Next, correct to choose article. He is dash and he is dash honest officer. Either the correct the option is A and D no article. So the correct answer is an honest officer. Now you may have some doubt, sir, where we can use and. Maybe we are going to use the and in case of vowels A, E, I, O, U. But the problem is honest. So honest, that X maybe is a silent word. So he is an honest officer. He is an honest officer. This is the correct word. Because we use and before a vowel sound, in honest, this H is a silent word. This H is what? A silent word. So the word begins with the vowel sound. Therefore, an honest officer is correct. An honest officer is correct. Next, select the word that does not belong. So we have discussed in some previous question like the odd man out. It is also similar to that. Okay, harbor, port, dock, desert. So I think everybody knows it's a very easy question also. Choose the word that does not belongs to others. Harbor, port, dock, desert. The correct answer is desert. Why? Because the word harbor, port, dock. So these are all related with the marine field. Whereas desert is a different part. So the answer is desert. Harbor, port, and dock are maritime related places or structures, whereas desert is unrelated and therefore the unrelated and therefore the odd one out. Yeah. Next question. Which is the best replacement for the underlined idea? The meeting was called off. The meeting was called off. It may be continued, cancelled, expanded, recorded. So which is the best replacement of the underlined idea? The meeting was called off. Continued, cancelled, expanded, recorded. So the best answer is cancelled. The phrasal verb called off means cancelled, called off. Okay, so this is a common phrasal verb question in aptitude exams. We may get a questions maybe something like this. Okay, so the meeting was called off. So it's not a continued, it's not expanded, it is not a recorded. Called off, the meaning, the correct meaning here in this case of this question, it is cancelled. Next, choose a sentence which correct capitalization. The Indian Ocean is, please go through this very carefully because all of the same name, maybe there will be a proper capitalization is not there. So you have to choose which is the best answer. See, for an example, for in this option A, T, that is itself a small letter. So that answer is not correct. Second one, the Indian Ocean is important for trade. D, that is okay, correct. But what is the wrong in this? Indian Ocean, in I, O, these are all small letters. So that is also may not be correct. Okay. The option C, the Indian Ocean, all T, I, O is important for trade. So this is the correct one. Or because India, we used to always call it as what? Indian Ocean is a proper noun. So, and the name of a specific ocean. So both words must begin with the capital letters. Both words must begin with the capital letters. Here, both words must begin with the capital letter in case of the option A, but T is small. So this is wrong. Indian Ocean, I, O should be small letters. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. Now, Indian Ocean, I also capital, whereas O is small in case of option D. So that is also wrong. So option C, Indian Ocean is important for trade. Next, in a sequence A, C, F, J, O. So what is the next letter? A, C, F, J, O. So what is the next letter? How? The next letter is B. Option B, that is U. The jumps are +2, +3, +4, +5. So the next jump, the next jump is what? +6. O move to 6 letters, again becomes U. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now, in a sequence A, C, F, J, O. That is, you can have it as A +2 C. Then again +3 we can call it as F. So likewise O +5. So +2, +3, +4, +5. Next sentences. So the next jump should be +6. So O moved 6 letters, again becomes U. Okay, it's a normal and alphabetical order. Okay, now this is another interesting question. Choose the best concluding sentence for a paragraph on discipline at sea. Right. Discipline ensures safety, coordination, and professional conduct on board. Many people like traveling by sea. Ships are painted in different colors. Food is important for sailors. So that is, the question is, choose the best concluding sentence for a paragraph on discipline at sea. The option is A. Why the option is A? Many people like traveling by sea. Of course, not all. Ships are painted in different colors. It's not in a discipline. Food is important for sailors. No. Discipline ensures safety, coordination, and professional conduct on board. Therefore, the example is a conclusion should reinforce a central idea. If the paragraph is about discipline at sea, so the answer is the one emphasizing safety, coordination, and professional conduct. Next. Which of the following is a fact? Merchant Navy is the most exciting career. Sea travel is always better than air travel. India has major ports on its coastline. Every cadet should prefer deckside. Every cadets should prefer deckside. Okay. The fact is, what is the fact actually? The fact is objectively verifiable. India has more major ports on its coastline, can be checked and confirmed. So it is the actual fact statement. So the fact is nothing but it's objectively verifiable. So it must be as major ports on its coastline. Of course, we have the major ports on its coastline. Next. Correct the item meaning in hot water. Feeling very warm, in trouble. Working in the engine room, taking a bath. So what is item? The item in hot water means being in trouble or facing some difficulties. The item in the hot water means which may cause some trouble or facing some difficulties. So item test practical understanding beyond literal meaning. So in trouble. The best answer is in trouble. Next. Which option best improves the sentence? He does not understand, he do not understand the signal. So, which improves the sentence? he does not understand the signal, he do not understand the signal, he did not understand the signal, he not understand the signal. So the correct answer is actually already by mistakenly I told he does not understand the signal, because for a singular subject like he, the present negative form is does not plus base verb. Therefore, he does not understand the signal is the correct one. Next, find the odd pair. So which is the odd one? Anchor, ship, runway, aircraft, track, train, spoon, engine. So which is the odd pair? Can you able to answer the questions? I need some interactions in the class. Mr. Anirudh? Kumaran? The answer is spoon engine, because this is not related with anything. Anchor, of course, ship, runway, of course, aircraft, track, of course, train, spoon, there will be no direct connection between engine. So the answer is spoon engine. The first three pairs show meaningful object, vehicle, or place, vehicle relationship. Whereas in this last option, spoon engine has no any logical relationship between these two words. Next up, which of the best meaning of meticulous? Careless, very careful and precious, fast and rough, bold and risky. Bold and risky. So the option is very careful and precious. Why it is very careful and precious? Because these are extremely careful and precious, especially with about details. This is a valuable quality in navigation, safety, as well as maintenance. Next. This is another interesting aptitude question. A person facing east turns right, then right again. Which direction is the person facing now? Either it be north or south or east or west. So the answer is, I am repeating the question. A person facing east turns right, then right again. Which direction is the person facing now? The answer is west side. Facing east, one right turns leads to south. First is facing east. When it turns to south, second turn south to west. Hence the final direction is west. Next, choose the most appropriate connector. A radar was functional, dash, visibility was 1. A radar was functional, dash, visibility was 1. The answer is however. However, the radar is working properly. Maybe because of due to some climate, the visibility was poor. So, however, is the correct connector for the contrast. The radar was functional. Of course, the radar is working properly. But what is the problem? Because visibility was poor, we cannot say because. Okay, and we cannot say therefore. We cannot say since, or we cannot say however. So, however, the visibility was poor. Next. Which word is correctly used in sentence? The officer gave a clear dash before departure. The officer gave a clear dash before departure. So when we are boarding into the flight, we have given some instruction. Okay. So the best option is instruction. The sentence needs a noun after clear. Instruction is the correct noun form, so it fits grammatically and semantically. So it should be the clear. Next up, find the next term. Z. For Z, the next one is X, and then U, and then Q. So can anyone guess What is the next term? It should be probably L, because the backward jumps are -2, -3, -4. So the next jump should be -5. So Q moves back 5 letter becomes L. So this kind of questions also we may get in the aptitude. Okay. All this we can have it as a minus. In the minus is going from Z to in the form of descending order. Okay. Next. Choose a sentence that is free from error. Free from error. One of the cadets are absent. One of the cadet is absent. One of the cadets were absent. One of the cadets have been absent. So the correct answer is one of the cadets is absent. One of the cadets. The true subject is one, which is singular. Therefore, the correct verb is is. Is. Okay. Option B is only grammatically correct sentence. So one of the cadet is absent. Next one. Which statement shows cause and effects? Cause and effects. The alarm sounded because smoke was detected. The alarm is red in color. The officer checklist the list. The crew assembled quickly. So what is this cause and effect? The smoke sounded because, the alarm sounded because the smoke was detected. So I think this is the best correct answer, because it clearly shows the cause, smoke detected. This is the cause. And the effect is the alarm is sounded. The alarm sounded. So therefore, the hence option A is express causes and effect. Next, choose the best antonym of transparent. So transparent antonym is nothing but the opposite word. Clear, visible, opaque, and bright. So the answer is opaque. That means what? It is transparent allows visibility to an object, whereas on another end, opaque means what? It blocks the full clear visibility. Next, choose the correct sentence transformation. No other port in the region is as busy as Chennai port. No other port in the region is as busy as Chennai port. Okay. So Chennai port is busier than all other regions in the region, all other ports in the region. Chennai port is busy than every port. Chennai port is busy port in the region. No port is busy from Chennai port. So which is the correct sentence transformation? The correct sentence transformation is Chennai port is busier than all other ports in the region, because other words, no other, as, can, this can be transferred to a comparative meaning. X is more than all other. So therefore, the answer is Chennai port is busier than all other port in the region. Now, which option is the best analogy? Captain, ship, pilot. The answer is aircraft. Okay. So now the captain operates a ship and similarly a pilot operates an aircraft. So that this preserves the same role to vehicle relationship. Next one is choose the best meaning to the proverb. A stitch in time saves 9. Saving is a useful skill. Timely action prevents bigger problems later. 9 stitches are always required. Clothes must be repaired directly. So what is proverb? The proverb meaning solving a small problem early can prevent a much bigger problem later. So here is the proverb is a switch in time saves 9. A stitch in time saves 9. So therefore, It is about timely actions and prevention. Timely action, prevention, bigger problems later. Next, if port is arranged alphabetically, how it will appear? Port is arranged alphabetically. Now, this is just similar to alphabetical order of A to Z. So, if port is arranged alphabetically, how it will appear? The correct answer is answer option A, O, P or T. Why does O, P or T means? Arranging the letters alphabetically, it comes O first, P or T. So therefore, port becomes OP or T. Now, choose the correct sentence. The informations were useful. See, I'll properly, you just please understand. The informations were useful. The information was useful. The informations was useful. The information were useful. So the correct one is the information was useful. And you please remember one thing, there will be no such word called informations. There will be no such word called informations. So the correct answer is option B. The information was useful. Okay, why I'm saying informations was useful? This is wrong. Okay, informations was useful is also wrong. Information were useful is also wrong because it is a single. So the information was useful. Next. Which option best completes the sequence of days? Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. So again, what? It should be a Sunday, or it should be a Monday, or it should be a Tuesday or Thursday. The sequence of days, Monday, then comes Wednesday, and Saturday, then comes again Tuesday, because the jumps are plus 2 days, Monday to Wednesday, and plus 3 days, Wednesday to Saturday. So the next jump should be 4 days. So therefore, the answer is Tuesday. The answer is Tuesday, Monday to Wednesday. Wednesday to, the difference is what? 2, and this is the difference between what? 3. And the next one is plus 4. So after Saturday, the plus 4 is Tuesday. Next. Choose the best word for someone who is able to recover quickly from difficulty. Who is able to recover quickly from difficulty. Fragile, resilient, passive, arrogant. Now the correct answer is resilient, because this means able to recover quickly from setbacks or difficulty. It is a positive trait often valued in training and leadership. So resilient. Next question. Which sentence expresses permission? Which sentences expresses permission? You must wear a life jacket. You may enter the bridge with approval. You should study daily. You ought to revise the notes. You ought to revise the notes. So, out of this, all 4 options expresses the permission. So, which actually the correct one is B. You may enter the bridge with approval. You may enter the bridge with approval, because the verb may, it's commonly used to express permission. It's commonly used to express permission. Okay. The next word is find out the odd man out based on relationship. So again, this is another interesting. Doctor, hospital. Teacher, school. Sailor, ship. Driver, spoon. So you know very well about this. Answer is driver, spoon, because there is no there is no relationship between driver and spoon. There is no any valid logical relationship. Okay, maybe in your normal the actual entrance examination, maybe some twisted questions are also asked, which may you have to very carefully predict the answer. Now, choose the correct usage. He is good dash navigation. He is good dash navigation. Option A in, option B on, option C at, option D with. So the best answer is at. The correct collocation is good at. Therefore, hence, he is good at navigation is a proper grammatical sentence. It's a proper grammatical sentence. Next step. Which option is an opinion? It's last question we have discussed something related to permission. It is like an opinion. A compass shows direction. Life jackets or safety equipment. Navigation is the most interesting subject. A harbor receives vessels. The opinion is navigation is the most interesting subject because it's an opinion. Navigation express the personal preferences and cannot be universally verified. So it is just a kind of an opinion among individuals. Next term. Choose the best replacement for the engine stops unexpectedly. So, other meaning for this. The engine altered suddenly. The engine smiled brightly. The engine wrote a report. The engine became blue. So, stopped. So, stopped means something called halt. Okay. So, the correct answer is the engine halted suddenly. Halted suddenly possesses the meaning of stop unexpectedly, mostly accurate. So if you compare with other options, this may not have some meaning. This may not have some meaning. Okay. Next question is, a person walks 10-meter north, then 10-meter east, then 10-meter south. So where is the person relative to the starting point? Okay. A person walks 10-meter north, then 10-meter east, then 10-meter south. So where is the person relative to the starting point? A 10-meter north, B 10-meter east, C 10-meter west, or at a starting point. So the option is 10-meter east. Why? 10-meter north, 10-meter south movement cancel each other out. The remaining displacement is 10-meter east from the starting point. Next. Choose the best word to complete the sentence. The seminar was both informative dash engaging. The seminar was both informative and dash engaging. So, which is the best word to complete the sentences? The option is and, because same time the seminar is informative as well as very engaging. So the option is and. The option is and. Next one is, which sentence is in the future tense? The vessel leaves at dawn. The vessel left at dawn. The vessel will leave at dawn. The vessel is leaving at dawn yesterday. So the option is, the answer is the vessel will leave at dawn, because the future tense is commonly formed with will plus base verb. Therefore, the vessel will leave at dawn. So it's the correct proper future tense sentences. Next one. Choose the best inference. All crew members attended the safety drill. All crew members attended the safety drill. Ravi is a crew member. So, Ravi missed the drill? No. Ravi attended the safety drill. Ravi conducted the drill. Ravi is not a crew member. So, in this question, all crew members attended the safety drill. Every crew members attended already. So, who is the crew member? Ravi. So, Ravi is a crew member. So, the option is Ravi attended the safety drill. Okay. You may think something Ravi conducted drill. No. Please read very careful. All crew members attended the safety drill. Ravi is a crew member. So, Ravi is not like a position to conduct. He is also the crew member. All crew members attend the safety drill. Of course. So Ravi is also one of the crew members. So the option is Ravi attended the safety drill. So is there any doubts in this? Okay, thank you very much. We will see in the next slot. Thank you all.